If you're in favor of protecting the kids or you're a parent, this is going to be extremely upsetting for you. I know it was for me, it literally brought me to tears. And that is that I wasn't aware that until now, Oklahoma was still conducting corporal punishments in the schools, specifically towards disabled children. Yes, the most vulnerable people that we have. People who are on the spectrum, who are blind, who are deaf, nonverbal, amongst others. They were getting physically punished if they were to misbehave, just like children do. And what is upsetting was that a bill was actually introduced by the Democrats asking for this to stop, to no longer punish the kids this way. And you had Republicans quoting the Bible, saying why we should still continue to enforce it, why it's beneficial to hurt the kids, to continue to hit them, smack them. I I don't know what the answer is, because there's nothing to be gained. You're literally just doing that out of hatred. You just want to harm the most vulnerable people that we have. Luckily, the bill passed, so this is no longer going to continue. 31 people were in favor, to stop it, but you still have 16 Republicans who voted in favor of continuing to punish the kids physically. This should not happen anywhere. I don't know if it's ongoing in any other states. If it is, please just share this information, because we have to bring awareness to it. We have to stop it. It's not okay, because these people should be advocating to take care of our kids, and they're literally advocating to harm them.
My heart is like literally broken for these young kids.
A lot of biblical reasoning as to why students with disabilities should be subjected to corporal punishment while at school, but it wasn't enough to dissuade senators from passing it.
A common theme.
Proverbs 13:24, whoever spares the rod hates their child, but he who loves them disciplines them.
He also said that if you'd harm one of these little ones, you'd be better off to have a stone cast around your neck and thrown into the water.
Religion. Christianity drove the conversation Tuesday morning as the Senate discussed whether it should be permissible to spank students with disabilities. Disabilities referring but not limited to autism, hearing impaired, intellectual disability, and blindness.
Are children who are differently abled capable of misbehaving?
What might seem totally capable of one child is totally incapable of another.
43 school districts use corporal punishment on students with disabilities during the 2021-2022 school year.
Hitting, slapping, paddling, or any other means of inflicting physical pain have no place in our education.
With the constant back and forth,
I declare House Bill 1028 to have passed.
Corporal punishment doesn't work, and especially in a school setting, it only makes things worse. People already do not have a very good understanding, generally, teachers and admin as well, about what disabilities are, let alone in the ways of actually engaging children in a way that changes behavior. God, my heart breaks for these babies. We are just running backwards. This isn't making America great. It's making America more abusive.
24, whoever spares the rod hates their child, but he who loves them disciplines them.
That's one of the things that we feel like we've got to get a handle on in our school systems, is the fact that we need to give those teachers, our educators, help in the area of discipline. Or should I correct myself and say the lack of discipline?
Are children who are differently abled capable of misbehaving?
I would submit that perhaps the parent of the child, in most cases, knows best what that child is going to respond to. Corporal punishment can often be mischaracterized as beating. A spanking is not the same thing as a beating.
Punish them with a rod and save them from death.
If your discipline method requires physically hurting a child, you don't need a law, you need therapy. Schools should be places of learning, not state-sanctioned abuse. It's time to evolve. Let's put away the paddles and start treating kids, all kids, with the dignity they deserve. Because if we're still debating this in 2025, maybe the real discipline problem isn't with the students. It's with the lawmakers.
My hands are shaking, my heart is racing. I had no idea that I would be standing up and talking to you and our colleagues about what I went through when I was growing up. My mother used chopsticks to slap my back so that I would listen to her. She'd pull my hair so I would listen to her, so I would behave. And quite frankly, I thought I was a good little girl. I listen real well and I follow instructions, and if there's anything I want is I want you to like me. And so, that's probably most of us here, I'd say. It's how we got here. We needed them to say yes for us to sit in these seats, but that's something I admit. And for over a decade, I have spent time with psychologists, therapists, to talk through my childhood trauma. And then on the other hand, I have a parent who you all have had the privilege of meeting, a dad who would never lay a hand on me, who would speak to me and with encouraging words, who would use positive reinforcements to have his daughters behave or do what it is that he asked of us. And God bless him too, because he listens and watches and reads everything I do, or he hears about in the grocery store. And he's asked me all the things that you and your sister struggle with, going to therapy, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like you'll never be loved. What did I do wrong? And I tell him every time, you didn't do anything wrong. It just, unfortunately, with all the love that you shared, was not enough to outweigh the things that Mom did to us. So imagine a child going to school who doesn't, quote unquote, behave, whether they have a disability or not. A child needs to go someplace safe, and you'd hope that would start at home. And God bless the children who go home, who have parents who hit them and use the Bible as justification. God bless those children. School was my safe place. I knew that was where I could be my full self. I could make mistakes. I could say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, but my teachers would always have my back. And they would correct me, and they'd put me back in line, but they did it through love, and they did it through evidence-based practice that might help a child become a good, functioning, productive adult like the one I am today. But at 37 years old, I struggle very much with the things that my mother did by using her hands to put me in my place, to make me listen, to do the right thing, whatever the right thing was defined by her. But I struggle every day with my own worth because of that.
I've already outlined the scriptures that ideologically and philosophically are opposed to this hands-off, no disciplinary action. Citing scripture. And at the end of the day, we all have philosophical moorings is the reason why we take positions here. And I will tell you, this no corporal punishment initiative is not in the interest of children or civilized society. It was popularized back when I was a child by Dr. Benjamin Spock, who was not a parent, but he wrote a book about the evils of discipline and corporal punishment. He ran later for president of the United States as a socialist. This is a top-down, socialist-aligned, ideological, unilateral divorce between parents' ability to collaborate with their local schools to establish a discipline regimen that includes corporal punishment. It is in violation of Scripture and is and ideologically aligned with socialist ideology that should not be part of this body's legislative initiatives. I urge you to vote against this bill.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.